Savannah, a huge night for not just you but for female boxing. A week on Saturday, you're down at the O2?
O2, yeah.
And you and Claressa are getting it on?
Yeah.
Again?
Yeah. Again, yeah.
Was it much? I know obviously it was a horrible night for us, the 10th, when your fight originally got cancelled, because we had a show in Blackpool, and it was going to be a brilliant show. And obviously yours got cancelled, ours got cancelled, you know, because of the Queen's death. Has that affected your training camp much? Because this is 5 weeks later when the fight goes ahead.
So what we've done, so I basically had a week off after the fight,
yeah.
And I needed it because it's you're up here, down there. Do you know what? I was exhausted mentally. I was exhausted, so I had a week off. Then I've had 3 weeks of training, but I'm already fit.
Yeah.
So I think there's a fine line of overdoing it. So it was just about keeping sharp, keeping fitness levels high, and yeah, just for me, look, I try to look at everything as a plus. I've managed to get a couple more spars in, and I'm just treating the last fight week as a rehearsal.
Yeah. Well, I just watched, what was that, 6 hours with Cindy?
Spar, yeah.
And she's great, Cindy, because
Brilliant.
she's been working with you for quite a while now, about 3 years.
I first sparred Cindy longer than that, been about 4 years ago maybe, and
she was heavy in you.
I was actually fighting for a light heavyweight title on it was before COVID, it might have been 3 years ago, it was before COVID, and so she was about 80 odd kilo, I was about 78, well, there's a photo of us and we're both like that on this photo, and now she's like
60 now.
69, 68, something like that.
Well, the weight there almost.
So I've seen her come, most people go up a weight, she's come down like.
Well, she started boxing just to keep fit and lose a bit of weight. She's took it to extremes, because I think she's also won 3 national titles now.
She's brilliant, absolutely brilliant. She boxed for the Fair Chance team in Wales, and she boxed brilliant, absolutely brilliant, in a tough weight class as well.
It's brilliant because you follow her, because I remember she fought a Swedish champion at one of the elites, and you and April were both down there supporting her. And then last weekend I seen you in the Oldham show where you've got a new teammate, Jake Andrews, who were down supporting him.
Yeah. So it's good, and I like to think I'm friends with Cindy outside of boxing as well. So it's nice, she's a lovely girl, and you know what, she's had it hard, but who hasn't in the sport.
And you, are you feeling confident?
I'm feeling good, I'm feeling really, really good. I just want to get in there now, like I said.
She seems to really dislike you. Is that because you're the only person to inflict a defeat on her? And
that's the only thing I can put it down to. Maybe it's because I don't bow down to her. Do you know? Maybe it's because I don't call her the greatest. I don't know.
But the thing is with her, I mean, I was just checking. Like I said, I'm a bit of a novice to the world levels, because I do VIP, little shows, small hall shows. Hopefully, our fighters are going to eventually get to that level. But when they're not at that level, I don't bother checking it out. But I just checked out on Boxrec this morning. It's a weird one because you're both 12-0, and your record is absolutely phenomenal. Not just for a female boxer, but for anyone, because 10 KOs in 12 fights. That's freakish.
Peter's doing something right, isn't he?
Well, yeah. I mean, you've done your whole career with Peter, haven't you?
Yeah, my whole pro career. Yeah, I trained with him before I went to America. Come back home and went back with my little cap in hand. I was like, Peter, can I please come back?
How did that come about then? Why did you team up with Peter?
It was all down to Sam Jones.
Right.
So basically Sam Jones got me a pro contract with Mayweather Promotions in America.
Ah.
So at the time, I'd never ever trained with a pro coach. I was still in the amateur coach. So I was texting Sam saying, look, I've got this big fight, it's my debut, I've never trained with a pro coach. And he was like, well, I've got Joe Joyce sparring Huey Fury, and his dad Peter said, you're more than welcome to come along. It was actually it was in the gym at Halliwell Road.
Ah, right.
In Bolton.
Yeah, because the same Peter, the TF gym, wasn't it? Tyson Fury.
So it was actually there.
Team Fury, you should say.
It was actually there.
Well, like I say, it must be home from home for you here. And this is home now. I know it's Congleton, you live up that way, but you've been based up in the northwest for what, three years now, is it?
Yeah, about 3 years. I'm a Cheshire girl now.
Even the accent's toning down a little bit. April's still pretty strong though, isn't she?
She is.
Is it nice to have, because there's another kid here I've just been filming him, I spoke to him about 6 months ago, Will Howe.
Yeah, he's from Middlesbrough, all the North East lot are
all emigrated down here.
Yeah.
Is the weather better over here or something? Is that
it?
Do you get nervous or anything like that before a fight now? Or?
Do you know what, honestly, I get more nervous for probably the press conference.
Because you used to be quite shy. I remember when I first met you, you were very quiet. But it seems like obviously you're doing these day in, day out now, so it's no issue for you. But also I've just seen this confidence grow in you, and it seems like you're supremely confident about winning this fight.
I am. I wouldn't have took it if I didn't.
Huge fight, not just for yourself, but for female boxing.
Exactly,
This is arguably the creme de la creme of female boxing. You know, she's phenomenal what she did as an amateur. And like I say, I just did check her amateur pro-am record, and obviously we know that she won a double Olympian 2012, 2016. But you beat her in 2012 in the world preliminaries of the World Championships. And then that is the only defeat that shows up on her box record. I don't know whether it is or not, but you're the only girl to beat her, and everyone else is winning. And you look at the names, and every one of those girls that she beat her are now world champions themselves in different weights.
Impressive, isn't it? Yeah. Do you know what April actually said to me before the fight got announced months and months ago? I was crazy how we boxed that long ago, and then obviously she went on to win everything. I never really triumphed from that world title win back in 2012, and our paths never ever crossed again until now. And I was that only girl, and look, it's got me in this position. I'm going to use it. Do you know what I mean? It's got me in this position. It's sold out the O2. People aren't coming. If she was Chinese and I was Australian, people wouldn't be interested. It's because she's American, I'm British. She's loud and brash. I'm shy and quietly confident. These are all the ingredients.
But do you think that was something that was lacking in your amateur career? This confidence that you've gained now as a professional?
I was very young. I was very, very young. I'm quite shy, introverted person anyway. And yeah, if it was up to me, I'd box. I'd like to box in a social club.
Yeah.
Back then. But then, do you know, I've become a world champion. I boxed, the Olympics were in London. I was the favourite. I only needed to win one fight, win an Olympic medal, and I couldn't do it. I couldn't perform. I let it get on top of me.
Well, what have you learned? How is it something that Peter spoke to you and got into your head? Because he said most good coaches are not boxing, but a mind coach is far better than an actual physical coach. You're a girl with lots of natural talent. So yes, he's probably fine-tuned that a little bit, but it seems like he's managed to get in your head and give you the confidence to go out and win this fight and become
so I've known Pete
female's greatest fighter.
I've known Pete for about 5 years now, and one of me old college tutors from when I was about 16 is doing a bit of psychology, sport psychology. So he was like, oh, let me have a bit of a chat with you, see how you think, blah, 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 blah. And he was just telling me techniques in sports psychology and things like that. And as he was telling me, I was thinking, God, Peter's been doing that with me for years. Do you know, like, and subconsciously I've not known. So really, the past 5 years, he's been brainwashing me, and that's what he's been doing. And I haven't known.
Well, listen, I wish you all the luck for a week on Saturday, and hopefully you bring all the titles back home, because this is it. It's unified. Is the Ring magazine going to be on the line as well?
I think it should be. I don't know how that works. So she's the champion. I think I'm.
She's bringing what? Is she bringing 3 or 4 belts to the table, and you're bringing your WBO?
I've only got the WBO, yeah.
Yeah. Just for now. Listen, Savannah, take care and good luck for the 15th. And hopefully next time we see you, your arms will be full with a load of belts.
Yes, there will be.
Savannah, you take care.
Thank you.
Bye-bye.
For all boxing info, news and latest interviews, amateur and pro, across the north, click and subscribe. VIP Boxing Promotions. Also Twitter, Instagram and Facebook.